Good morning, children. This is Shashi here, and today we are going to discuss the exercise of the chapter. As I told you that in the next class I will discuss the exercise question. So here we go. So the first question is, which of the following can be beaten into thin sheets? So thin sheets, which materials can be beaten? Like phosphorus is non-metal, so non-metal cannot be beaten into thin sheet. Sulfur also cannot be beaten into thin sheet as it is non-metal. Oxygen is also non-metal. All three are non-metal. So which can be beaten into thin sheet? Zinc is metal, so zinc can be beaten into thin sheet. Okay. Now come to the next question. Which of the following statements is correct? So all metals are ductile. This is not correct. Not all the metals. Okay, some metals are not ductile. Like mercury is in liquid form. So we cannot say that mercury is ductile, as mercury is in liquid form. Okay, and it is a metal. So not all the metal. So generally metals are ductile. This statement you can see. Okay, generally metals are, means generally most of the metals are ductile. So this statement is correct. All metals are ductile. This one is also wrong. All metals are not ductile. Some non-metals are ductile. Yes, some non-metals are ductile. Okay, so this one is correct. So question 2, C and D are correct. Now come to question number 3. Fill in the blanks. Fill in the blanks. What is given here? Phosphorus is very, what very? Very reactive. Phosphorus is very reactive non-metal. Metals are what? Good conductors. Metals are good conductors of heat and what? Electricity. Metals are good conductors of heat and electricity. Okay, then iron is dash reactive than copper. More reactive. Iron is more reactive than copper. Then metals react with acid to produce which gas? Hydrogen gas. Okay, which gas? Hydrogen gas. You must have studied in the reaction we have seen. So this is the fill in the blanks you can do. Now come to true and false. Generally non-metals react with acid. No, non-metals do not react with acid. That's why we keep pickles in what? In plastics or glass. They are what? They are non-metals. So non-metals do not react. But here it is given what? Non-metals react with acid. So this one is what? This one is false. Then come to second one. Sodium is very reactive metal. Yes, we have seen sodium is very reactive metal. Copper displaces zinc from zinc sulfate solution. Copper displaces zinc. No, zinc displaces copper, not copper, because zinc is more reactive. So this one is false. Copper displaces zinc. It's incorrect. Zinc displaces copper. Coal can be drawn into ice. This one is also false. Coal is non-metal. So how can we draw into ice? Coal is non-metal. Okay. So this one. Now this part, appearance and all, you can do. Come to this one. Give reasons for the following. Give reasons. Aluminium foils are used to wrap food items. Why aluminium foils are wrapped? Because aluminium is a metal and it can be easily beat into thin sheets, and we can make it into foil. Okay, generally metals can be beaten into sheet, but aluminium is more easy to beat into thin sheets. Okay, that's why we use aluminium foil. Then immersion rods for heating liquids are made up of metallic substances. Immersion rods from which we use to heat the water. Okay, generally it is used for bathing. In bucket, immersion rods are kept. In bucket, water is there. So this is made up of iron. Why iron? Why not plastic or wood? Because iron is good conductor of heat. So from one end to another end, heat can pass. Okay, so heat can pass because iron is good conductor of heat, so it will heat the water. If we'll use this plastic or wood, then it will not conduct the heat from one end to another end. So we don't use non-metals, we use what? Metals. Got it? Now come to the another one. Copper cannot displace zinc from its salt solution. Why copper cannot? CuSO4, we have seen copper plus CuSO4, and we have seen zinc. So zinc displaces copper, not the copper displaces zinc. Why? Because zinc is more reactive. Zinc is more reactive than copper. Okay, and copper is less reactive. So in displacement reaction we have seen that more reactive displaces less reactive. So zinc is more reactive, that's why it displaces copper. Okay. Sodium and potassium are stored in kerosene. Why they are stored in kerosene? Because sodium and potassium are very reactive. If we'll keep it in water, what will happen? It will vigorously react with water and produce lot of heat. Okay, it will react vigorously, it will react. That's why to stop it from reaction, we keep it in kerosene. Okay, so listen to my words, I am giving the answers only. Okay, if you are writing the answer, then listen to my words. You can rewind the video, you can pause the video, and you can, after listening my words, you can pause the video and you can write the answer, or you can rewind the video and you can write the answer. Okay, so listen my words properly, I am giving you the answers only. Now come to question number 7. Can you store lemon pickle in an aluminum utensil? Explain. This answer I have given you. In previous class I have explained that pickle we cannot store in metallic utensils. Why? Because pickle contains acidic materials. Pickle is sour in taste, and I told you sour taste generally contains acidic material. Okay, so pickle contains acidic material, not too much acidic, but acidic, little acidic, and with acid metals react, and aluminum is what? Aluminum is metal. So if we'll keep pickle in aluminum and aluminum is metal, it will react. So pickle will react with aluminum, that is metal, and it will spoil the pickle and it can harm us also. Okay, that's why we don't store pickle into aluminum utensil. Got it? So this answer previously also I have discussed this part. Now come to another part. Match the following. Match the following. We have to match the following. So gold. Gold is used for what? Jewelry. Iron. Iron is used for making big machines. Aluminium. Aluminium for wrapping food. Then carbon. Carbon is used for fuel. Then copper. Copper is used for electric wires at your home. All the wires are made up of what? Copper. Then mercury. Mercury are used in thermometers. Got it? So you'll write this answer. Now come to another one. Now question number 9. What happens when dilute sulfuric acid is poured on a copper plate? Sulfuric acid, what is the formula? H2SO4. H2SO4. And it is poured on a copper plate. Copper plate means copper, Cu means copper. So it is reacting. What happens? So this copper will replace what? Hydrogen, and it will form what? It will form CuSO4 and hydrogen will be separated. Why? This is this is displacement reaction. More reactive. Which one is more reactive? Copper is more reactive than hydrogen. So copper is displacing hydrogen. Okay, and it is forming CuSO4, that is copper sulfate. Got it? So this is the reaction you have to write and give the reason why copper is more reactive than hydrogen. So copper is displacing hydrogen. Got it? So this is your answer. Now come to another one. Now iron nails, B part. Iron nails. Iron, what is the formula? What is the symbol for iron? Fe. Iron nails are placed in a copper sulfate solution. So iron nails plus copper sulfate. What is the formula of copper sulfate? Cu for copper, sulfate SO4. Copper sulfate. Okay. So again the same thing. Displacement reaction will be there. What will happen? This iron is more reactive than copper, so iron will displace copper and it will form what? FeSO4 and copper will be separated. Okay, the same type. So we'll write Fe is iron which is more reactive than copper. So iron displaces copper and it is forming FeSO4, iron sulfate. Okay. So you can do this one. Now rest of the questions, question number 10 and 11 is experiment thing. These two questions you can do on your. Okay. So I hope I have discussed and whatever I have told you, listen to my words properly and you can write all the answers. Got it? So see you in the next class with the new chapter. Thank you. Have a nice day.